All right, so here are a couple tips on editing a hyperdoc. So looking here, this is the food chains and food webs activity. So please watch the video here, and that will help you to answer the questions in the hyperdoc below. So if we go to the first question here on slide 2, it says, for the food chain on the right, please draw 3 arrows to represent the correct direction of energy flow. So to draw arrows, you can come up to this here, and that's select a line, and then you can select arrow, and then you can draw the arrow like so. And then up here, you get some functions. You can change the color, like a red stands out. You can change the thickness. You can change to any color. A straight line here is fine, but there are options for like dotted lines and dashed lines. But when drawing food chains or food webs, we do use this continuous line. Here you can change the edges of your arrows. So you can just have a regular dot end. You can put another arrow there. You can switch here. You can take that off. You can see there or on. So depending on which direction you want your arrow to go, you can kind of change the ends there. All right. So that's what you need for kind of drawing arrows, and you should be able to draw them and move them how you want them and drag them around and point them in the directions that you want them to go in according to what you learned in the video and how energy flows through a food chain. All right, next it's going to ask you to highlight, all right, some of the words. So to highlight, you just select, and then you're going to find this highlighter function. And then just select a color where we can still read the word. You don't want something so dark that it's hard to read. So just make sure you select a nice highlighter color that you like. So do that for both of these and highlight the words that go with it. Here, you'll be drawing on this triangle and then clicking and dragging the appropriate names with them. So you can click and drag these boxes. You will need to draw inside here. So you can use your lines like this. So if you go again up here to select a line, you can select a line. You can insert pictures. You can look for them on Google Drive. You can upload them from your computer. You can search for them. So those are fun. Adding pictures would be a nice touch. And or text boxes. All right, you can select that letter T right there for text box. If you hover over it, you can see it there for text box. And then you can write what you need to in there to organize this food energy pyramid. Let's see here. Here you're typing in. Here when you have a box like this, this is where I want you to type in a response. All right, again, here highlighting your response right there. You could do that. And then here drawing arrows, again for the food web to represent the energy. And in this last box here, reading the situations here in the scenarios and describing how each one of these would be affected. All right, so I hope that helped you out to give you some tips on editing this hyperdoc.